Okay.
All right, we are going to get started. Thank you all so much for joining us. This is very exciting to get to recognize some of the incredibly talented young people in our district, and also the incredible teachers who inspire and do the very important work to make all of this possible, and also our judges for taking time to make some very difficult decisions with all of the talented people and apps you were able to look at. My name is Brittany Pedersen, and I am proud to represent the 7th Congressional District. The 7th Congressional District is actually very big. It's Jefferson County, Broomfield, and then it goes all the way throughout Southwest Colorado. So it goes up against the sand dunes. It has Fremont, Teller, Custer, Chaffee, Lake, and Park counties, so a lot of rural Colorado. So this was exciting to get to look at apps from across the district from young people who are doing this work. This is also exciting because the 7th Congressional District has always led in the space of science and tech. We have the School of Mines in our district and some of the leading experts who are coming out of our education system here, as well as the National Renewable Energy Lab, which is going to change the face of renewable energy and the ways in which we meet our energy needs in the United States. So it's very exciting to represent this area. I already mentioned, I want to thank the teachers who have been a part of this process, and a huge shout out to Mr. Swift, who is here, who is joining us. And it's really, I grew up in Jefferson County, and it was my public schools and the teachers that believed in me that have given me every opportunity that I have in my life. And so I know the incredibly important role that you all play in helping the next generation succeed. I also want to thank the judges. I mentioned that earlier, and especially Uma, who is with us today. Thank you for taking time to make some difficult decisions. We really appreciate you. And so as we go into the awards, I'll announce each winner and then invite them to say a few words about their app. So our first honorable mention is Jacob Flanagan and also Travis Cannon from Golden High School. Their interactive study buddy app allows users to dress up a virtual pet after completing homework tasks. Jacob and Travis, if you're here, could you share a bit about us, share a bit with us about creating your app and what it does?
Yay, let's first give them another round of applause. Good job, guys. Proud of you.
Hi, thank you for having us. So yeah, we basically used code.org and we made this app. And Travis, you want to talk about it?
So yeah, so basically you just like complete tasks, and those tasks kind of gives you points, and those points can be used to like customize your pet and further.
Yeah, so our main goal was just to make studying a more fun and effective way, because as high school students, that's a challenge that we constantly face. So this was just a fun and creative way to do it.
I love that. And then David, are we going to see anything about it, or how does that work?
So I can share their screen really quickly.
So I also want to give a shout out to David, who's been overseeing all of this, and David will tell us what we're doing next.
Yeah, well, why don't we're just going to see a little bit about their app, their presentation.
Hi, my name's Jacob Flanagan and my partner's Travis Cannon. Together we made Study Buddy. Study Buddy's app mission is to make studying enjoyable for everyone. So every student is assigned a pet to care for, and once the user completes a task, such as performing homework or studying for a test, the animal gets points. So here's how it works. So as you can see here, there's multiple types of animals, and there's all different types. I'm going to choose Ella the elephant, and each of them have a certain description.
Your right is here.
Now you can enter tasks such as complete homework. If I enter the task multiple times, I can check mark them once they're completed. Once that happens, I can go back to Ella and buy certain shop items. Thank you.
I love that. I have to tell you, this is one of the most fun things that I get to do. So I love to see that. Well, thank you both for your creativity and for participating. The next person up, the honorable mention is Ava from Peak to Peak High School. Her Voter Pride Guide app helps users keep track of LGBTQ legislation in state legislatures around the country, share resources and articles, and encourage civic engagement. Ava, can you tell us a bit more about your goals with your app and what it does?
So my app came about as I saw such large amounts of anti-LGBTQ and especially anti-trans bills being introduced and passed across the country. So I learned how to use Swift and Xcode in order to publish this app to the App Store so that as many people as possible could learn about LGBTQ bills and laws in each state through the interactive map feature that tells whether a state is generally LGBTQ friendly or not based on its laws, as well as links to specific bills and laws in each state. And it also talks about how people can actually make a difference in order to prevent these anti-LGBTQ bills and laws from being passed through specific action items in the app.
That's really exciting. Thank you, Ava, for coming up with this. It makes me think of a lot of opportunities that we could utilize something like this to engage people. So very exciting. And David is going to play your app.
Here's a video demonstration of my app, Voter Pride Guide. Here on the home screen, we have 6 different sections within the app that talk about LGBTQ bills and laws in each state. There's a map that details whether a state is LGBTQ friendly or not based on 10 specific criteria of its laws. If an app is green, it's generally LGBTQ friendly, and if it's purple, it's not. You can click on a state to know more about each of the state's point values. So it gives a total point value at the top and specific point values below. You can also click here for a further explanation about the point system. You can go back to the main screen here, where you can see more information about bills introduced in 2023 here, where you can see the specific states that have been introduced thus far. When you click on these states, as you see here, it shows specific bills that have been passed in 2023 or that are advancing or that have been defeated, and whether they're anti or pro-LGBTQ with a small description of them and a clickable link to see the actual bill itself. You can also click here to learn about specific laws with the same type of system. There's also a section about how to get involved, where it gives links to register to vote, to start a voter registration drive in your area, or a template to write or call your local representative. It also shows about the app. Here, it talks about the app's intentions, the goals, and some citations. Finally, there's a special topics section that talks about a specific issue that is especially prevalent that is impacting LGBTQ people. Right now, it's focused on environmental discrimination. Here, there's 3 different sections about this special topic. Why this environmental discrimination happens, with some specific information. What are the actual effects? And what can be done? In all these sections, there's specific information that anyone can access at any time. Those are the main points about my app. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you consider Voter Pride Guide for the Congressional App Challenge.
That is very inspiring. Thank you so much for creating that app, for caring, and I can't wait to tell my colleagues about it. So now, finally, I'm excited to announce our top challenge winners. We have Nolan Keating and Milo Human from Golden High School, and I apologize if I said your last name wrong.
Wow. Good job, guys. Wow. That's amazing.
And their Carbon Chronicle app features a technically sophisticated interactive game in which users help a polar bear escape rising ocean levels. as well as informational slides to teach users about climate change. As winners, their app will be displayed in the US Capitol building for 1 year, and they will be invited to attend a House of Code reception in Washington, D.C. in the spring, which is very exciting. Nolan and Milo, thank you both for your innovation and for being with us. I would love to invite you to share a little bit more about your app.
Yes. I'll go first, Milo. Yeah. Climate change is a big problem, and I mean it's an ever-growing problem, and so we thought that a good way to learn about it was learn about crucial information while also including a fun game, so kids that are younger and the people who are going into our society can remain engaged. So I helped build a 3D platforming game where you took a role of a little polar bear and had to escape rising water, which was fun. It was challenging, and I had to learn some new I used Godot when I had to learn a new coding language, which was GDScript, and I did some 3D modeling with Blender. But yeah, that was fun and enriching.
Yeah, and I definitely agree with Nolan. The best way to learn about something is to simply present it in a concise environment like slides, but then also make sure the kids are having fun and learning with a game like Nolan's that's really, really advanced. So yeah, it was really fun. When I was building the app, I challenged myself to try and learn a different coding language. Although I didn't end up using it for the final project, I felt like I definitely progressed as a coder when I was making this app.
Well, that is also very inspiring, and can't wait to see David play the overview of your app.
Hi, my name is Nolan Keating, and my partner on this project is Milo Hummon. This is our 3D game, Polar Plunge, coded using GDScript that will help teach kids about issues surrounding climate change. We do this through a fun game that is competitive and educational in order to help connect kids to the real world problems of climate change. This is important because kids can often be disconnected or bored by lessons about climate change, so we put them in the shoes of the creatures and animals being affected by it. You can see we have a start page with a short description of the game and a title. However, when you hit start, after a few seconds of loading, you are sent into the real game. This is a fully functional 3D game, and when you hit the water, you get sent to a game over screen simulating the player's death. However, if you exit and hit restart, you can replay through the game, and if you're good, you can survive. As I run through the level, notice that as the water rises, so do the icebergs melting around the screen, simulating the real effect that climate change has when it melts icebergs. The player falls through a short platforming section and then has to run up these hills to get to their cave. As you can see, this is a fully functional 3D game system, and when you enter the cave, you win. And though the player may have survived the rising waters, the same animals that we're simulating don't have the same magical homes or awesome parkour skills in order to survive, as this is an issue much larger than just our project. But in the game, we use shaders, scripts, and engines in order to create the game. It took very long, and we hope you appreciate it. The next part of our app is the Carbon Chronicle. This is more of the information part of our app that helps teach people about the impacts of climate change. Welcome to the Carbon Chronicle, where you can learn about problems facing our global climate and play our game. During this experience, you will read about how you can take climate-friendly action to save the planet. You can also learn about what climate change is and how it threatens the world. What is climate change? Well, it's a problem related to drastic weather and disasters that is caused by the overall heating of the Earth. Because of the way we make our energy, by burning fossil fuels, a greenhouse effect unnaturally warms our Earth, which makes crisis more common. You can also learn how you can do to help. When going about your day, you can do many things to combat climate change. To save nasty fossil fuel energy, you can turn off your lights when you don't need them, or try to ride bikes or walk instead of driving, which also provides fossil fuels. And that's our app. Thank you for watching. I hope you consider us for the Congressional App Challenge 2023.
Good job, Ed.
Thank you both. Great job. I think that some of my colleagues could benefit from using your app. And really appreciate it. You all inspire me. And for all the students who are with us today, thank you for participating. You are also invited anytime to come visit me in Washington, D.C. Please let us know if you are ever interested in coming, and we can help ensure that you have the tours that you want and make sure that you have a great experience. And hopefully we will see our two winners there for the reception as well. So thank you again to everybody who participated, to David for your work overseeing this, the judges, and amazing teachers who help inspire us. It was so great to be with you all, and look forward to seeing you here in the district. Thanks so much. Congratulations.